Hey everybody, Dr. Bill Crawford here. I'm a psychologist, a speaker, corporate trainer, life coach. Had the pleasure of writing 4 books and doing 2 PBS specials. And this is another in a series of short videos that I'm creating that are designed to help you bring more clarity, confidence, and creativity into everything you do. Today's subject looks at the concept of being centered, which I think is something that we all want. And yet, if you ask someone what being centered means, I think it may be hard to describe and maybe even harder to attain, especially when we're feeling stressed or frustrated or angry or one of those emotions that takes us off center. Therefore, what I try to do is help people, give people tools to help them become more purposeful, more influential in their life. And one of these tools I have found is a quote and a question from a psychologist by the name of Stephen Gilligan. This is a quote that I am sending out this week for those of you who are on my quote list. Thanks a lot. For those of you who would like to receive my weekly quotes and comments, they're free on a weekly basis. All you got to do is go to my website, Ph.D.com, hit subscribe, and I will send them to you each week. This one, again, is a quote and a question, and it says, when deciding what to do next, we can always ask ourselves, does this thought, emotion, or action take me closer to my center or farther away? See, I really like that because I think we're all looking for ways of becoming more purposeful, ways of deciding what to do next. And I think that next is a really important component, because sometimes we can't always control our first thought. We will find ourselves thinking something or feeling something, sometimes even doing something that is less than purposeful. Unfortunately, what most people do when they find themselves feeling this way is they start to rationalize that anger or that stress or that frustration. I encourage us to do something different, to ask ourselves what I call a neocortex question, a top-of-the-mind question, a question that comes from the upper 80% of the brain. And it says, does this thought, emotion, or action take me closer to my center or farther away? I think we'll get wonderful information. And if we decide that this thought, emotion, or action is taking me farther away from my center, we can say, okay, what thought, emotion, or action will take me closer to my center? And that allows us to know what to do next. See, we're always making decisions about what to follow, what to trust, what to do next. It's kind of like a rocket. When a rocket is launched, there's a guidance system that is constantly making adjustments. A rocket never fires perfectly and goes right toward its target. It's always off course just a little bit, but the guidance system is always adjusting for those off-course directions. I think that's what we need. We need a guidance system. We need something we can turn to. Now, for those of you who have a spiritual perspective, that's certainly one wonderful guidance system. And I think we can never have too many tools, too many ways of helping us become purposeful. So I hope this concept of being centered is something that appeals to you, and I hope you can begin to practice asking this question. Does this thought, emotion, or action take me closer to my center or farther away? That's it. I try to keep these videos short. I know we're all busy. Here's to you bringing more clarity, confidence, creativity, and centeredness to everything you do, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.